I told y'all, didn't I? I told you. I know what y'all saying. Jay, what did you tell us? I told y'all that Angel Reese would be in contention for, if not should be, player of the week. And that's exactly what happens that the WNBA announced on yesterday. The WNBA has named Angel Wilson and Angel Reese as the Western and Eastern Conference Players of the Week. Angel Wilson, 24.7 points, almost 25 points a game, 8 rebounds, and almost 2 blocks. Angel Reese, 24 points, 11 rebounds, and almost 5 assists per game. We're going to talk about all of that, how she should be in contention, if not considered the defensive player of the year, and much more in 1 second. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video and comment y'all thoughts down below, because y'all already know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Dallas. And if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all, man. Like the video, hype the video, do all of that stuff, man, because, hey, really helps us get out there. We trying to get to 1,000 subs, man, so we can get this thing really popping. We almost there. Hit that sub button. And like I said, subscribe if you're new. We dropping this heat every day of the week. Anyway, Angel Reese earns her first Player of the Week honors of the season. And it probably should have been some more, but you know, we got a whole bunch of bad narratives out there. We got people talking about the rebounds. We ain't listening to that noise. I'm not listening to the rebound noise, just like I'm not listening to any slander of any player. Players have bad games, players have good games, and a lot of times, you know, like we said, it's not indicative of what's going on with that player. Like, just because you had a bad game doesn't mean that's who you are. Just because you had a great game doesn't mean that's who you are either. Also, like we said, Angel Reese earns her first Player of the Week honors, and then like we said, we got some highlights and stuff. Angel Reese is making a strong case for Defensive Player of the Year. But before we do that, what I want to do is, like I said, bro, I'm so tired. I be getting so tired. This is what she has done over the last couple of weeks right here. Here we go. Hey, this is what she's done over the last 4 games, and it's absolutely insane. And like we said, she is the Player of the Week. Hey, the last game against the Las Vegas Sparks, well, she started off that West Coast swing with 21 points, 10 rebounds against Angel Wilson, 6 of 13 from the field. Then went perfect against the LA Sparks, 20 and 10, 8 assists, 3 steals, 4 steals the last game, 4 offensive rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds the game before that. Then went absolutely crazy against Phoenix, 31 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, and then 4 offensive rebounds. And then last but not least, she had back to the LA Sparks, and we knew they weren't gonna let her get busy again on her. So, you know, hey, she saw some tougher defense or what have you, but still was able to get it done. 11 points, 26 rebounds, 3 steals, and 8 offensive rebounds on 4. And didn't have the best shooting night, 4-14, but hey, still find a way to get it done. Because for somebody who people swear you don't have to defend and you don't have to guard, she definitely draws. She draws a lot of attention, man. So it just is what it is. Now, for those that want to say they're coming with the, I can do it too if I was just getting my own. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like I said, over the last, this is a 4-game stretch of games right here. This is from May or what have you, and this is a 4-game stretch. I just told him to pick a random sample set of games, and let's see. Out of 27 rebounds, 6 were offensive rebounds. And then, like we said, we look at the team conversion rate, and you look at the team conversion rate, bro, after she gets an offensive rebound, they score 56% of the time, and that's up from normally 40%, which most people are shooting. Then let's take that and look at her total rebounds for the season. 558 rebounds. Hey, bro. Damn. Shit. That's a lot of rebounds right there. I know people be out there like, and listen, hey, this is where we can use ChatGPT, but it's way more fun to use ChatGPT to pull statistics and just find different rebound joints than it is to use ChatGPT in order to pull some stats. So like we said, we pulled all the stats. Out of all the rebounds she has this year, 458 rebounds, 51 came off of her own miss. 11% of her total rebounds come off her own miss. Does that not just kill the whole rebound thing right there? And then we already showed you here that close to 22% on the high side. If we do the entire season, it's 29% of her offensive rebounds come off of her own miss, but those are offensive rebounds, so that's supposed to happen. You're supposed to follow your shot. You're supposed to do things like that. And then, like, if everybody was getting 1 out of 3 of their own rebounds. So every time you shot the ball, 1 out of 3, you got it back yourself and got another shot at the bucket. And how are we looking at that as a bad thing? That's asinine to me, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe they're saying she shouldn't have missed the layup in the first place. Hey, hard to argue with that, but hey, it don't matter if you get it back and you score 58% of the time, then hey, you're doing your job. You're still doing your job. But anyway, like we said, 11% of the rebounds, 89% did not come off of her own miss, which is absolutely crazy. But we already knew that. And if you're an Angel Reese fan, you already knew that too, man. Let's look at some of these highlights, as far as defensive player of the year be it, man. We're not gonna look at this whole thing because it's 4 minutes long, but I just wanna look at some of this. Look, the bullying DeWanna Bonner. Here we go. Look at this. Look at the steal right here. That man, I just said, let me get that. Like, you know how hard it is to stick to reach with both hands, get the ball, and not get a foul. Reach with both hands, get the ball, not get a foul. Push the ball down the court, start the break, give it up, get it back. Hooray! I would like to see her give it up and get it back more than just pushing it down the court herself. Here we go. Look at another defensive stop right here, standing in the middle, and then she's playing the middle. Let me get that. Give me that. And then she's going down court, pushing the break, and then plays bully ball. Lay! Like on these right here. Hey, if you went in and you scored it, but hey, you could drop it to Jordan for 3, or you could, she did the best thing, because the only thing she would do, maybe drop it to Jordan for 3, and then she would come back in and try to get it. So, hey, good bucket, and you got fouled. You heard the whistle. You go up with it right there. You hear the whistle, you got to go up with it. So yeah, it is what it is. I just like I said, the defensive game is one of the best parts of her game, because when she's playing great defense, it doesn't matter. It does not matter what happens as far as her on offense. If she's not having a good offensive night, she's going to give you tons of defense, tons of rebounding. That's a good stop on Angel Wilson there. And then look at the lay down low. 3 people on her for somebody that can't make a layup, so you gotta love that. And like we said, and 1 go to the line. So like I said, bro, I love Angel Reese. I love her game, and the part of her game that people feel like is the weakest, or not even feel like, we're just gonna say the part of her game that is the weakest, which is touch around the rim. That is the easiest thing to fix. Turnovers are hard to fix. Not playing defense is hard to fix. The easiest thing in the world to fix are your jumper and touch around the rim. And touch around the rim is actually more difficult to fix than your jump shot. Look at another steal right here. We're just gonna look at this right here. One more steal. Look, you try to dribble. Look at her get that pick, and she might be gone on that one, but not able to get up out of there. And then look, once again from the corner, fakes it. She already had hit a couple threes the game before and hit that reverse. Like I said, bro, this is a truly special player. Look at one more play on defense. I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. Look at this. Angel Wilson, as soon as you put it down, she like, hey, put that shit down, and then let me get that, and off to the races. And this is what I want to see her doing: running, filling the lane. I don't know why they stopped it right there. Lay. That was it is what it is, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. There's the 3. Trays up, splash down. If we see more of that, man, then I think it's gonna be a whole lot. It's gonna be a whole problem, man. The thing is, she's already a problem. There's a lot of people just don't want to recognize it, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Angel Reese is the player of the week, Eastern Conference. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We dropping this type heat every day of the week. Got a couple more videos coming up later on, man. And we gonna drop those. Like I said, like the video, hype the video. Go ahead and sub up so we can get this thing really popping. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.